been?
Playing mahjong with the girls.
Look, I don't give a damn how long you've been with this department. You keep up this kind of behavior, and I swear you're out in your ass. Now, the DA's office just wrapped us again because you're so chummy with militants. You're stubborn, you're arrogant, you break half the regulations, and to top it all off, you're insolent. Congressman Power's daughter was murdered last night. She was with a Henry Watson. It was a messy job, Blade. There's not a clue to go on. They found some speed on her, but I promised Powers we'd keep it out of the newspapers.
Well, he'd never believe his daughter was into dope anyway.
Oh, come on, Blade. I want you to pick that guy up.
I wish you'd clean up the traffic for me, Reardon.
She been seeing Watson?
A few months. We thought it would pass. You know, of course, Congressman, that he was supplying her with drugs. It's absurd. Melinda had a drug problem, Congressman. The sooner we fix...
My daughter was murdered, Steiner. That's all I care about. And that's all that should concern you. Just one thing, Steiner. When our friends go to the polls on Tuesday, just let them remember the things that we said about the degenerates in this society.
Henry Watson. Henry?
Hey, what's happening?
What time did you leave Melinda last night?
Hey, man, that's none of your business.
What were you doing together?
She's my woman. We went out last night.
She's dead. The murder happened about 1 o'clock.
Listen, man, I saw Melinda last night, man.
Well, I'm gonna have to take you in, Henry. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah. Sure, I'll talk to you later.
Lieutenant Blade brought Watson in an hour ago.
Blade. The lieutenant's way of coddling degenerates never did appeal to me.
What's the matter, man? The idea of a black man and a white woman upsets you, too?
Gets me right here.
I don't have to talk to you.
When you're ready, push it. The other occupants.
Yeah, there's an head executive named Ross. He lives with his wife on the ground floor.
Well, keep going.
They were both in L.A. for the past month, and there's a broad named Nearing on the 3rd floor.
And what does she do?
Children's books.
That's the killer. And what else?
Oh, there's a wealthy actor named Morgan. He has a 4th floor pad.
Watson's prints were on that plastic vial.
Well, that figures. All right, he must have beat the hell out of her.
Did you get anything out of Watson?
Well, he was crazy to kill her so near her apartment.
Well, she probably wouldn't let him in. Maybe he was horny.
Funny how things always work out for Powers.
By the way, Blade, your retirement papers are going through proper channels.
What are you talking about?
Well, you're lucky. In another 2 weeks, you'll be on half pay for the rest of your life.
When I'm ready for retirement, really, I'll put in for it.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Steiner. I'm calling for Congressman Powers. The congressman wanted to know if anything concerning drugs has been released to the press as yet.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, nothing.
Oh, good. I know it sounds a little foolish, but, well, the congressman would have my head if he knew I was making this call. But you can understand my concern. The congressman did make one suggestion, though.
What's that?
Well, he voiced some concern about Lieutenant Blade. If I might make a suggestion, I think perhaps, Lieutenant Blade might be shifted to another case without too much harm being done.
Well, I don't think that we have anything to worry about.
I sincerely hope so. I know that all the evidence points in Watson's direction, but the congressman emphasized that we must keep all things in perspective and not be too quick to condemn the boy.
Man, these mothers are setting me up.
Well, set up or not, they got a hell of a case against you. You know that, don't you?
Hey, man, I didn't kill Melinda. Melinda was my woman. She's my old lady. I was in love with her.
Now, just tell me straight. Did you or didn't you?
She was my woman.
Shot. Spine. Watch the light. And Marcia's left breast. Ricochet. The opposite wall. Busy. Everybody's responsive is a lunar landing module.
Lunar landing module?
You think too much.
Well, if I can only find a witness to tell me something, anything.
That's what I mean. You think Watson did it, don't you?
Well, it looks that way, doesn't it?
Mr. Charlie speaks a certain kind of language. You understand? And up until now, this day, he thought he was the only one that could speak it. Now, what we have to do is show him that we have learned the language. We get him out of there.
Hello?
It's Watson, man. I think we should discuss certain aspects of his case.
Well, talk.
In person, baby.
Where?
Long Island City. A1 parking in an hour. Oh, and Blade, leave your partner behind.
You going alone?
I've got to. Spinelli's got a nervous old lady.
So do you.
Okay, Chris, I'm here alone. What do you want?
Watson didn't kill that chick, and you know it.
Do you know that he didn't kill that
Look,
chick?
you spring him.
Do you know that he didn't kill that
spring
chick?
him or you're going to have trouble down
Never
here,
mind the
baby.
trouble. I want to know if you know that he didn't kill that chick.
I expect you to get him out of there.
Well, how? Come on, tell me how and I'll spring him.
How'd you get him in there?
Well, I walked him in there. I want to know how...
Well, then listen,
what
you
do
get yourself
think I
together
did
and
wrong?
walk him out of there,
Well,
baby.
don't threaten me. Who's railroading him? Me?
You!
Are you accusing me of that?
Now, how old establishment you got down there railroading this kid into prison for nothing?
Well, I got one thing to say to you, Chris. If that boy is innocent, he'll be sprung. You have evidence to bring me, I'll take it. If you don't have evidence, leave me alone to do my job. Don't bring me down here and waste my time.
Congressman, I wanted to reassure you that I think I'm doing everything I possibly can to keep the more sensational aspects of Melinda's death out of the paper.
I appreciate that.
I think with my connections in the departments and with the press people, that we might succeed in keeping it at least out of the press until after the election on Tuesday. Then I think we'll be all right.
Bert, I'd like to remind you we have a luncheon date.
Joanne, I know that I've told you many times not to come in here without knocking. I don't want to tell you again.
All right. I just wanted to remind you.
Don't get hung up on that. Looks like she has big plans for you.
I don't think there's anything to worry about.
I can't tell you how grieved I am. First your brother's death after the war, and then that dreadful illness that took your beloved wife. And now Melinda. She was such a lovely girl.
They're becoming more like savages every day. Only through strong leadership can they be controlled.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And let us pray for our sister, and speak her name Melinda unto our Lord Jesus Christ. I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth on me shall not die, but shall have everlasting life. Amen.
Listen, what makes you think I'd rather be down at the precinct than to be with you?
Oh, Jimmy, come on, don't make
you're
excuses.
being
I mean, you never
unreasonable.
even try to get off.
You know that I have to take care of this case. Now, why do you make a...
I don't
like
think
that
it's
for me?
unreasonable if for 3 weeks, on every time we plan to go out, something's come up on your night off.
Well, if I could help it, then it would be some point to this discussion. But I can't help it. I have to solve the case. I'm on the payroll there. Now, come on. Come on, Maggie.
Lieutenant Blade picked up black militant Henry Watson and is holding him as a prime suspect. Wasn't it Blade who solved that Lombardo killing? Police, however, are welcoming any possible leads. Well, I certainly hope someone comes forward with some information. Where are you going? Frederick? Frederick!
My business, you can't afford to.
Are you alone?
I have a roommate. She's filming. She'll be back later. You live in that townhouse? Christ, I'd like to live like that. How'd you know where I live? Recommendation, I hope.
That's right.
Harry, can you come back in a half an hour? I'm sorry, honey, I'm a little busy. Sorry, I forgot. It comes every Tuesday.
I said the professor escaped to White Plains.
What is he doing in White Plains?
He's hiding out.
You can't hide out in White Plains.
Well, this guy can. That's the whole twist of the book.
Well, that's the twist of the book.
Right.
I think you better forget about the book if that's the whole twist.
No, Jimmy, it's the mystery of the ordinary.
Ordinary is one thing, but banal is something else.
Speaking of banal, listen to this.
What?
Dear Abby, I have this terrible complex about being small-bosomed. Where did I get this complex in the first place? From my husband, that's where. He's all the time looking at the pictures of those big-bosomy girls in the magazines, and whenever a stacked girl walks by, he practically twists his neck off looking.
Why the emphasis on my husband? You got any ideas about us or something?
Oh, no, that wasn't the intention.
Well, must be something behind it. You don't emphasize things like that for no reason.
It was dramatic emphasis, darling. That's what it was.
Well, that would be very dramatic.
Hey, did you call your son today?
Funny you should ask. I'm going to see him this morning before school. Come on, get down here. We'll try the same play again. Come on. Are you ready? 2, 4. Hey, yes. Hey, Butterfingers. Come on, try it again. Hey. That's the way to catch him like that, see?
How things at school?
Oh, they're pretty good.
Yeah?
I got a lot of homework.
I got a new case that's going to take a lot of my time, so maybe we'll skip this weekend. How about Tuesday?
I promised some kids I'd go bowling.
Well, you really want to go?
Not really, but I think I better.
Who are the kids?
Just some kids I met. We've been playing ball together.
Well, give me one more catch, huh? One, throw it just so. You think you can make it? Huh? I don't want it.
Demands for Watson's release.
I'm sure there are more demands to see him lynched.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, obviously, Powers is using his daughter's murder to strengthen his political platform.
Oh, come on now. Powers wouldn't allow politics to interfere with anything so personal.
Why, aren't politicians supposed to be like cops? Lunar landing modules?
Yeah? Send in Quincy. They have a girl in the morgue, Karen Novak, murdered in her apartment. These 90s.
Here's the Novak shots for Quincy.
Well, Quincy's at the morgue. Put him on his desk.
Poor girl was strangled and badly beaten.
Any weapon involved?
Except for the telephone wire, no. She took a hell of a beating.
Well, that son of a must be crazy.
Maybe hard to say these days.
Well, crazy or not, he certainly knew his business. Thanks, Doc.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. So long.
Go. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
Blade just left.
What did he want?
Mainly wanted to know if there were weapons involved. Told him no.
Yeah. Now, listen, do me a favor. Keep in touch if he talks to you again, all right?
Okay.
Breaking and entering can get you 2 years.
Well, I'm glad to see you studying your handbook, Quincy.
Look, why don't you stop snooping around while you still got your nose behind a badge, huh?
I don't know her.
That's the girl she shared the apartment with. She reported the murder and split.
No agent.
Yeah, with a lot of credits. Kaminsky will run it down.
Very good, Quincy. See you later.
And no matter what he has said to you, I love you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't? Frederick and me? I went to bed with him. How does that grab you? How long did you think you were going to go on using me?
What is going on in here?
None of these girls have agents. They're more or less freelance.
They belong to the union?
What?
They're professionals, aren't they?
Oh, they're professionals. We don't need a union. We do these 5-minute shorts. By the time the union comes over to check, the picture's finished.
You know this girl?
She looks kind of familiar. The closest we have to her in type is this here Ginger here. She can be very sweet. Would you like to meet Ginger?
You know this girl.
No, but she just had her nose fixed. A lot of talent. I tell you, why don't you go and try Lou Denbaum?
Where can I find him?
Well, this week I think he's working at 40 East 58th Street on the roof. He's doing a movie there with a Murphy bed.
What's the title?
Orgy in Montparnasse.
I saw that film.
You did? Well, that Lou Denbaum, he never had an original idea in his life. Hello, Lou?
Blade's trying to link Melinda's murder with a hooker.
What has she got to do with Melinda?
I don't know. They were both victims of similar beatings.
That Watson's a real maniac.
Now, you're forgetting Watson was locked up at the time of the murder.
What about the drugs?
Nobody said a word, including Blade.
Who's handling the prostitute case?
I am.
And as far as I'm concerned, there's no connection between the murders.
We still have 5 to 6 million people unemployed in this country, and the politicians are still chiefly concerned with party lines and politics. What fine words come out of the president's mouth, but what horrible inconsideration and neglect of the general welfare is dealt with his hands. Middle-class, middle-aged America is battered by the shock of non-recognition. We are torn by a country of dissent, wounded by violence, besmirched by pornography, and beclouded by degenerate drug users. Next Tuesday, stand up for the man who can sweep our country clean.
I don't know, but there's a brute who came over every Tuesday night at about 8 o'clock.
What was his name?
Bentley. Harry Bentley. He's a judo freak.
Thanks, Dolores.
Welcome.
Lou?
Come again.
Yeah, come again. All right, now let's try and remember this scene this time. You're a librarian, right? You have never been out with a man, right? Okay, you marry this guy, and you have kids, right? And he makes you a different person. You're a virgin, right? Okay. He kills himself. He tries to kill himself. An angel comes down, right? And shows what it would have been like if he wouldn't have married you, right? Do you understand what I'm saying so far? Do you understand anything I'm saying so far? You went to Vassar? Radcliffe?
Those two fellas look pretty expert. Been working out a long time here? A little while. How about that big guy? Bentley? He looks like he could tear somebody to pieces.
judo's not offensive.
What about karate?
Well, karate is, you know, he could do some damage, but this guy only knows judo.
So he's got a pretty good temperament, eh?
He's a pussycat.
Well, thanks.
Anytime, Lieutenant.
Yeah, okay. Who else was she seeing?
I just know that she had all these guys listed in this little red book.
Thanks, Dolores.
Bye, come again.
Now, this is the dream sequence. Snow White. You're Snow White, right? All right. Now, through that door come the 17 dwarfs, right? So you got your whips lined up here, right? You got the record on Handel's Messiah, huh? They come in, right? They come in. They're wearing University of Mississippi sweatshirts. As they come in, you go, hi, y'all. Right? Go ahead, do that.
Hi, y'all.
They'll love that. They'll love that. You're going to be a star. You're going to be another Audrey Hepburn.
You know anything about a little red book, Kaminsky?
What the hell are you talking about?
Weren't you with Quincy when he checked out the apartment?
On legs.
Hey, Quincy, what about Novak's red book?
It's none of your damn business.
Everything that comes into this precinct is my business.
Now, you're going to take one step too far, buddy boy.
Anything that has to do with the Powers case is my business.
This is my case, and you stay out of
You
it.
better understand this, Quincy.
Lieutenant, Rita wants to see you.
I'll get to you later.
What's up?
Something screwy, huh? Found a little red book in the Novak apartment. Guess who's in it?
Who?
The congressman's daughter.
Who else has seen the book?
Nobody. I got it locked in my car.
Get rid of it.
Yes?
Lieutenant Blade, police.
Yeah, I know Karen. So what?
Oh, I just want to know if you saw her Tuesday night.
That was the night of that dreadful thing downstairs, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Look, you ask her if you think I had anything to do with it, okay?
I wish I could. She's down at the morgue.
Did you read in the paper that the blacks are organizing to demand Watson's release?
No, I didn't, but I don't think it's going to help very much.
Why not?
Oh, we need facts, evidence.
Yeah. How did you figure out that MP wasn't Melinda Powers?
You know what it stands for?
What?
Morgan Penthouse.
That's very nice work, Sherlock. He's the guy who lives on the top floor.
Yeah.
What's he like?
He's only a suspicious-looking character. I'm sure he had nothing to do with anything. See, Novak saw something she shouldn't have the night Melinda got murdered. That's why she got it.
Why kill Melinda?
Well, if I knew why, I might know who. Would you get me a yogurt, please? Plain.
Jimmy, I'm scared.
What's wrong?
2 guys followed me home today. They were black.
Did they bother you?
No. But they threatened you if Watson isn't freed. They think you've agreed to testify against him.
If I don't find anything, I'll have to testify.
Jimmy, what are you doing in the middle of this? You know damn well you can't be objective about anything concerning Powers. Jimmy, I just want you to be careful.
Your fingerprints are on the plastic vial. There's enough evidence on you for some hunky jury to put you away for good.
You're going to pick that jury.
Now, why don't you wise up? How am I going to help you, huh? If you don't talk, I got nothing to use. Now, come on.
I'm worried about how you're going to use it. For me or against me.
How am I going to help you if you won't help yourself?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what happened.
Go ahead, let's hear it.
I was supplying Melinda. It was just as a favor, though.
But you can't.
From the fat man.
To peddle drugs right here in the open.
I wasn't peddling any drugs.
I ought to pull you in right now.
Look, boy, I didn't do anything
wrong.
wrong.
What the hell have you got to do with Watson?
I don't know nothing about Watson.
You had a tail, did you?
Yes, I had a tail.
Why?
Because he's going with the Powers girl, and I had to find out if she's turning that over to her daddy.
Who Taylor?
I don't remember.
You're lying.
A punk.
Who?
Just a punk.
What's his name?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No, I don't remember.
Joe, we're gonna bust his ass.
Try it, and you'll see what happens.
20 years for pushing, 20 years for setting up her head. How old are you, fat boy?
His name is Sanchez.
When was the last time you saw him?
I haven't heard a word since the Powers girl got
Where can I find him?
Corner of Walker and Center.
Okay, take a walk.
outside, waiting for Watson to drop the chick off.
Is anybody else there?
Just a weirdo parked across the street.
A weirdo?
Hey, the freak sat there watching Watson and the girl.
What do you do after that?
Well, he lives in the same house she lives in. Ask him.
What do you mean?
He followed her in after Watson left.
Then what happened?
I was gonna follow in and ask a few questions about her old man.
Too bad for her you didn't.
Why?
Never mind that. What happened then?
I split.
What'd the weirdo look like?
I couldn't really see.
What kind of a car was he driving?
I don't know. Well, he was a patriotic mother. He had one of those American flag decals on the window and a political sticker.
What candidate?
Powers.
White's still snooping.
He's concerned over the developments.
Like what?
Drugs.
He was discharged from the Marine Corps on June 8th after a court-martial. I want to know why he was court-martialed. There's something about this guy I just don't like. He's new with the agency, and I've yet to figure out what the hell he's doing there. Oh, dear Christ, please do it for me. You know I wouldn't ask you.
You remember, I'm just a little cog in a giant government complex.
But could you call me tonight with the information?
I'll try to persuade one of the boys in the record.
Bye.
So what are you going to do?
I don't know. I'll begin my desk, I guess, now.
You weren't cool about it, you know. 3 times across the face in front of the vice president. I don't think he should have fired you.
Well, let's just say I hope it's the last time I ever get involved like that.
Amen.
You know that she even started saying things about you?
Like what?
It was hard to tell, but it sounded as if she knew something that she wasn't telling. This is Joanne's. I don't think I'm going to need it anymore. I'm going to give it to her when you see her.
Look, I have to be getting along, and I'll keep in touch. So long, Bert.
Hello, Joanne? Hi. Yeah. Honey, there was nobody discharged from the U.S. Marines by the name of Peterson on June 8th. You sure that's the name?
Oh, of course, I'm sure that's his name. Unless he changed it.
Because I did find a Frederick Powers on that date.
Powers?
He was court-martialed for killing a Korean girl.
Well, tell me, is there a description of him?
Yeah. says he's 6'3", blonde, 185 pounds.
That's Frederick, all right. Okay, Gail. Thanks a lot. Did you say he killed a Korean girl?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to do anything about it tonight. I'll get on to it tomorrow. I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay?
You let me know.
I will.
Are you all right?
I'm okay. I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay?
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
How did you get it?
Just stay where you are. I'm not doing anything to you.
I heard you talking about.
Get away from me.
What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything, and I'm not even...
Leave me alone!
I'm just trying to help Bert. Just get back.
I don't want to do it.
Let me say this. My daughter's relationship with Watson was casual, no different from that relationship that she had with exchange students from different countries all over the world. And just as Watson was extended the warmth of our family hospitality, I feel sure that his actions were dictated by a larger conspiracy.
Best of luck.
Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You seem nervous. You seem nervous. Oh, you look great.
Did a hell of a job.
Hello?
Don't print anything until I get back to you. Papers want to know if Melinda had a drug problem.
Jimmy, what's this?
Well, my kid found himself some new friends. I took that away from him last week.
Looks like a pen.
At close range, this can blow your guts out. Takes a .22 caliber bullet.
Some friends.
Well, he didn't know how potent it was.
Why would a supporter of the congressman kill his daughter?
Oh, maybe Melinda wasn't carrying her share of the flag. Oh, a congressman's daughter can do just about anything she pleases. The president's daughter. Well, that's something else.
He's even senator yet.
The supporters don't know that.
Do you think he killed anyone else?
I don't know, but I'm going to find out.
Did you notice anyone outside when you left for work yesterday?
No. Well, you know how I am when I leave for the office.
I don't mean to be jumping at phantoms, but I didn't like the looks of the man who was waiting outside when I left to go shopping.
Well, what do you look like?
Tall, blondish, athletic.
Well, why didn't you tell me last night?
Word's out for your ass, Jimmy. Well, I think we're in a lot of trouble if Watson isn't freed by Tuesday's primaries.
What a mess. Hey, wait a minute, hold it. What's that?
Came in last night. It was Connor's.
Well, get me a file on that right away.
I said I want Blade off my daughter's case. Now.
Well, it's easier said than done. I'm doing the very best I can.
You can handle it. From now on, my plans exclude Blade. I'm counting on you, Michael.
Okay.
Good. I'd like to see him first, alone. Who gave you the authority to tell the press about my daughter using drugs?
Now, what the hell are you talking about?
You made another mistake, Blade.
Well, I'm only human.
Dumb bastards like you don't last very long. You may not even last till your retirement.
I don't like your new boss, Reardon.
Look, Jimmy, I'm sorry, but in as much as you've been unable to keep your personal feelings out of this
Well,
case,
let me make it shorter for you. There. Give that to Powers' new boy. As far as my pension's concerned, well, you can shove it up your ass.
What do you guys do now that you're retired, gentlemen? They're holding the Connor's murder suspect down at the first. We'll get a medical examiner's report in about an hour.
Told you to give the information to Spinelli on Connors. That's before Blake got busted. What time did he leave?
20 minutes ago.
Joanne and I had an argument in the office.
What did he argue about?
It's a personal matter. It's nobody's business but ours. It's
a personal matter?
Yes, it was a personal matter.
I thought you said you didn't have a personal relationship with this girl. You said it was just an office relationship.
You know,
Now, what kind of a personal relationship can you have in an office?
You know, I'm very willing. I would like very much to find out who killed Joanne, but I'm not going to sit here and be accused of things that I haven't done and things that aren't important in helping find her murderer.
Things that are not important? I mean, when a man slaps a girl around for no apparent reason, that's unimportant?
Well,
I mean, it certainly indicates some kind of a relationship that is...
Yes, Joanne and I were seeing each other. She was my secretary in the office, and that's as far as the office is concerned.
You saw her outside the office, too, didn't you?
Yes, of course we did.
Oh, well, what could have provoked you to slap her around? Let me see your hands. Would you mind? Hold them out a minute. Oh, just hold them out like that. And do you work out at all?
Yeah, I go to a gym.
What do you do there?
Swim, basically.
Oh, that's all.
I work out with weights a little bit, but not much anymore. I used to.
Is there anybody else in the office who might have been interested in Miss Connor?
Everybody was interested in Joanne. She was a very attractive girl. There was another guy at the office that she knew.
Who was that?
He's an account executive named Peterson. Frederick Peterson.
Was he in the Army at any time?
Yeah, I think he was. He used to talk about being in the South Pacific. I think he was.
Slept in bits and starts last night, Frederick. Hope you feel all right.
Fine.
According to the police, there's some link between that prostitute's murder and Tuesday's tragedy.
Oh?
According to the news, that Lieutenant Blade feels he's close to a solution.
I understand.
Hello?
Is he in?
He's on another phone. Can you call back?
I'm only afraid because of recent events, I won't be able to keep that appointment.
What shall I do? Yes. Thank you.
I don't like it. You better get down there and find out what he's done.
I'm sorry, Miss Montgomery, he's out sick today.
I'm sorry, but he's out ill today.
Oh, that's too bad. Do you have a file on Mr. Peterson by any chance?
We have a personal file on Mr. Peterson, don't we?
Yeah.
Please bring it in right away. I'd appreciate it. Is Frederick in some kind of trouble?
Oh, his name came up in the course of an investigation, and we're checking out all angles. That's all.
Here's a letter that says, Dear Mr. Montgomery, I would like to present Frederick Peterson. Mr. Peterson is a graduate of Lafayette College. He's due to be discharged from the United States Marine Corps on June the 8th. Unfortunately, Mr. Peterson is unable to appear for an interview, as he is awaiting a decision from the courts relating to charges which I'm confident he will be acquitted of.
You, have any idea what kind of charges those were?
No, I never investigated them because it says, as I'm handling his case personally, I can assure you that his character is of the highest caliber.
Well, that's pretty high recommendation, isn't it?
Yes, this letter was signed by Jonathan Powers.
Could I see that a moment, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello?
There's been a terrible accident. I'm afraid it's Jim Blade's son. He's at the sanctuary in the park. You know the sanctuary in the park. Could you send someone immediately, please?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Detective Quincy, homicide.
Yes, may I speak to Lieutenant Blade, please?
Oh, he's not here now.
Well, do you know when he'll be back?
Lieutenant Blade is no longer on active duty. Can I help you, miss?
No, that's all right. Thank you.
This is the last time I come to your rescue, Frederick. After the hospital discharges you, I propose you live with Aunt Cynthia. I'll arrange for your employment, as well as for you to change your name. I can't afford to jeopardize my political future, Frederick.
bum like you don't belong in our country. Come on, Blade! I want to see what you're made of. You've got no respect. I've got to teach you some respect. Melinda had no respect either. She was going to marry that nigger. Talk about respect. Come on! She would have ruined Jonathan's political future.
What future?
You arrogant bastard. I'll teach you to show me some respect. I'll teach you to laugh.
Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy. Oh. Oh.
Okay. Okay.
By now, you all know that my family has been beset by a horrible tragedy involving those closest to me. The details of this tragedy will never be really known. I ask you today for a vote of confidence. For if you feel that in some way my family's recent tragedy should discourage my political future, then I say vote consistently with those feelings. But if your hearts remain open for a new voice in government, a voice that will ring loud and clear for the vast majority of Americans, then show that support by voting for me.